Hello Geminis, thanks for joining me for the July of 2020 Taroscope with Animal Totem. This is Vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. I've been doing professional readings for over 30 years. I do psychic tarot, psychic astrology, and channeling. Today we're going to use, for the main portion, the Rock and Roll Tarot deck. I'm going back to my old format. I may change it up again for my regular viewers, but then we're going to pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. Both of these are my own creation and available on my website. If you're a Patreon level 3 subscriber, level 2 subscriber I should say, we will put 3 additional cards from the Songs for the Journey Home. This is for Gemini. The cards have been thoroughly shuffled. This is for Gemini Sun, Rising, and Moon. And the cards have been thoroughly shuffled, and now I'm just going to do a loose shuffle to let Spirit guide us, higher guidance, pull the cards for this month of July 2020 for Gemini. This is a big month. We had eclipses last month, and we're having another eclipse this month. And we're also going to be having a second new moon in Cancer. So it's a pretty big month. You know, lots happening with the astrology. These eclipses, these are times of disruption. Things getting disrupted around, you know, during the eclipse season. That's par for the course. But the disruption doesn't have to be necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes change is good. Change is inevitable. So that's what's happening. If you don't know your sun or rising, I do have that free thing on my website where you can go and download and find out all your planetary placements. And then I have a free, not a free, but a pay-per-view video that you can purchase too if you need further understanding of it. So let's take a look at the cards. There are some court cards here. We have a queen and a king. When we have the court cards, this is not gender specific. They could be male or female or anyone. The Queen of Swords is probably you, whether you're male or female. The Queen of Swords is an air sign person. So this would be an Aquarius, a Gemini, or Libra, and it would probably be you. You're looking right at the Wheel of Fortune, so that's really nice. That's like you're looking at... Wheel of Fortune is a nice card, period. Wheel of Fortune is things, destiny, things taking a turn for the better, things taking a turn for the upright position. So things are looking up when you have the wheel here, and you're looking right at it, so you see it. You see it, you're heading towards it, you're moving in this direction. Because sometimes these opportunities come and go and we don't see them. So in your case, you're looking right at it, you see it, you're ready for it. An offer is coming through the Four of Cups here. There's an offer coming that you do want to accept or you do want to take. And sometimes because it's a cup card, it can be something that's coming emotionally. You know, it might be something that's coming through an emotional level rather than mental. You're a very mental sign. So this could be some sort of an intuition. So pay attention to those intuitive hunches because it's leading you to this Wheel of Fortune. News is coming in the time of fire. So we're going to be moving into the sign of Leo, which is the time of fire, after the 22nd. So news is coming, and there's a King of Pentacles who's going to be bringing this news, or the news is coming about the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles could be an earth sign, male or female, and that would be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. The King of Pentacles is also like financier. Let that happen, by the way. Talking about listening to your intuition. If you see words or phrases standing out, that's what's cool about this deck. When you see those words popping out at you, that's a way that you can really tune in and Spirit can really send you messages that are personal to you. So the King of Pentacles shows up, and something that the King of Pentacles is part of, or the King of Pentacles is offering, is allowing you to move on. And that's, Gemini, you guys are on the move. You're very moving kind of people here. You like to move. So it's moving from turbulent water into smoother sailing. The King of Pentacles is also, you have to note that he is a king, he or she. So that means that they're more experienced. They have more experience than a knight or a page. They're further along in their path. They have more experience. They know what they're doing, and they're leading you in the right direction. You seem like you're maybe a little, the things that are coming through, possibly intuitively or however, you seem like you're a little bit on guard about it. And it's saying there's nothing to be on guard about. Higher forces is working in your favor. The Temperance card is saying everything is in balance. And the Temperance card is also your higher angelical and, you know, guidance from a higher realm. And they're putting things together here that will allow you to be in the right place at the right time. They're putting together circumstances and things like that. You know, what's standing out to me is that thing on their head, on the angel's head. I hope you can see it. And it reminds me of, I don't know if that's really the case, but it reminds me of, in this instance, of the old-time doctors. They used to always have that thing on their head. So for some of you, this could be some sort of a healing. Some sort of a healing or a health thing, you know, that is leading you forward. Whatever the case is, you're going to feel much more empowered. If you listen to these higher guidance and these intuitive hunches, don't turn your back on it. Don't be on guard about it like it's something to be worried about. You know, full steam ahead. The magician is, you're self-empowered. You have everything you need on this table. He has all the elements that he needs on the table in order to forge ahead. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles can be something that you're going to be doing as far as having, I mean, it's funny I said Knight of Pentacles when it's actually the Magician. That's way different. Maybe not way different, but that's not the card here. The Magician sometimes can be working for yourself. Maybe some of you are, you know, you're tired of waiting around to be called back to work or something, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to start up my own business. I'm going to start doing things on my own, you know, on my own here, and I'm going to make it happen on my own. Well, with the help of other people, but opportunities could definitely be showing up here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling up for the Animal Totem card. I want to let everybody know that eclipse solstice reading is still, you know, it's still active. So it's still time to order that until the end of the month of June if you're watching this in June. But I'm going to, because it's so popular, I have so many orders, I think I'm going to extend it one more week into July. But it's okay that it's already passed because the energy of it has not passed. The energy is for the upcoming season, so it's like the next 3 months, and even beyond. It could be like the next, you know, 6 months to a year because we're talking about eclipses. So if you didn't get in on that and you would like to, you have a little bit more time before it's taken down. All right, let me go ahead and shuffle up and let's get our Animal Totem card for our Gemini friends for the month of July of 2020. By the way, I didn't know if I mentioned it. Your card is Rabbit, and we're going to talk about it in a second. You know, this Pentacle King could also have to do with the eclipse that's coming up on July 4th. It's in a sign of Earth. It's in the sign of Capricorn. So this could be something that's going down right around that first eclipse, or the full moon, the first lunar event, which is the eclipse. So it might have something to do with that July 4th eclipse. Okay, the Rabbit. The Rabbit is very much a card of fertility, abundance. The Rabbit is also a card of leaping into, like, making big leaps. Okay, so I have our sensitive, artistic, clever, nimble, outsmarting adversaries by staying one step ahead, taking colossal leaps and springing into the future, heightened libido and procreation. Yeah, it's also very much a sexual card too. So there could be a major sexual attraction if you're out looking, but it's also a card of babies coming and giving birth. But it's a major card of abundance. That's the biggest thing. Rabbit also reminds me of spring, and it reminds me of the spring equinox, and it reminds me of spring when, you know, Christians celebrate Easter. So it could be something having to do that was initiated or started back in Aries time, because we have this fire energy going on here. So it might be something that was going on back in Aries time, which would have been back in, you know, Aries time would have been April, late March or April. So it might be something going on back in that era that is coming to fruition at this time. For you, those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, we are going to be moving into the season of spring, you know, coming up. That'll be your next season coming up. So it might be looking forward in the future for some of you in the Southern Hemisphere, or it might be something from the past that is coming, you know, to full fruition now. That was back in the time of April or something like that. All right, I want to thank everybody. Don't forget about we have those eclipse readings. I have all sorts of things. I have these. If you're interested in this deck, if you vibe with this deck, that's available. I have both of this Animal Totem card deck is available. I have T-shirts. I have books. I have readings. I have all sorts of things available on my website that helps to keep this channel going and keep things moving right along. So if you want to check any of it out, it is highly appreciated. And I highly appreciate everything that you do by liking and sharing and commenting. If you enjoy this content and want to see more, please do hit that subscribe button. What I've done here, these are going to be the 3 cards for our level 2 Patreon subscribers, which will be coming up right next. If you want to find out about that, you can find out from in the description, video description. You can find everything in the video description. What I do is I charge one price, and you get all 12 signs, so you don't have to pay for each bonus reading. You get bonus readings for all 12 signs if you're a Patreon level 2 subscriber. So if that interests you, please do check it out. Otherwise, I have a great month of July. It's very powerful for everyone. Looks like you're really aligning with your destiny, so that's super awesome, cool. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll speak to you again. Bye.